What if I did what Trump's cabinet did? I wouldn't be at a podcast mic. I'd be using my one phone call to ask, does federal prison have gluten-free options? America has two sets of laws. One for you when you accidentally jaywalk near a Walgreens, and one for Trump world when they treat the Constitution like it came free with a Happy Meal. Let's talk about the Trump administration, a 4-year smash and grab operation disguised as governance. It wasn't a cabinet, it was a Ponzi scheme with federal benefits, a fire sale of integrity, a crime syndicate in matching flag pins. They lied, they stole, they tampered, they obstructed, and they bragged about it. And yet none of them are in jail because Congress called them out. The DOJ opened investigations, and the American people moved on. Imagine calling the cops on a burglar, and the cops show up and ask if the burglar really intended to break in. Then they throw a press conference about how concerned they are and leave the scene. That's where we are. Well, we're not done, not by a long shot. We're going to lay out exactly how these people slipped through the cracks and how we sealed those cracks with concrete indictments and iron bars. Let's start with the greatest hits of Trump world criminality. Scott Pruitt, an EPA administrator who spent government money like it was monopoly cash. He tried to install a $43,000 soundproof phone booth in his office. That's not governance. That's a Batman villain behavior. Scott Pruitt ran the EPA like he thought climate change was a rumor started by a thermostat industry. Tom Price, health secretary, spent over $1 million on private jets because apparently Delta doesn't fly to brunch. Tom Price thought physical conservatism meant chartering a jet to say it out loud. Jared Kushner, whose security clearance was denied by intelligence agencies until his father-in-law overrode them. Jared looks like a ghost who got into real estate because haunting people wasn't paying enough. Ivanka Trump, given global diplomatic assignments based on her experience selling handbags. Ivanka's job was advisor to the president, but her role was more like monopoly piece in a Cold War reenactment. Wilbur Ross, Commerce Secretary, who allegedly forgot he held millions in assets. That's not ethics. That's a concussion. The entire administration was a case study in legalized corruption. They looted the government like it was a closing sale at Bed Bath & Betrayal. Let's be clear. The only reason Trump wasn't indicted while in office is because of a memo from the DOJ. Not a law, not a constitution, a memo written by lawyers who probably think Nixon got a bad rap. DOJ memo is the only thing keeping a president from being treated like your average meth dealer. That's not oversight. That's a bedtime story for corrupt oligarchs. We have to repeal it, replace it, or shove it into a shredder powered by the subpoenas. Number 2, Congress can't convict anyone. Congress has no power to prosecute. They can refer for prosecution, but the DOJ can just say, yeah, we're good. We're good. We're fine. Congress calling out Trump's cabinet is like Yelp reviews for war crimes. Example, Steve Bannon got a criminal referral for contempt of Congress. What happened? He turned it into a fundraising tour. Bannon's crimes wasn't just contempt of Congress, it was contempt of fashion, grooming, and deodorant. Anyway, I'm not going to say. Pardons used like bribes. Trump used the pardon power like a store credit at a felon gift shop. Roger Stone, pardon. Michael Flynn, pardon. Paul Manafort, pardon. All of them lied, obstructed, tampered. All of them walked. Trump's pardon list looks like the defendant list from a RICO trial. Number 4, norms ain't laws. We have no laws preventing nepotism, private business profiteering, Hatch Act violations, because we thought presidents would just do the right thing. Expecting Trump to follow norms was like asking a raccoon to follow dinner etiquette. Now, the fix is in, and it's up to us. State level prosecutions. Trump can't pardon state crimes. That's why Georgia and New York matter so much. He can't tweet his way out of a state RICO charge. Even True Social has a character limit on felonies. Real legal reform. That's another one. Ban self-pardons. Turn Hatch Act violations into felonies. Automatic fines and suspensions for abuse of office. Mandatory asset audits of all top federal officials. If we can audit a waitress for a math error on her W-2, we can audit Jared Kushner for $2 billion suspicious salty money. And C, we create federal public integrity units. Congressional investigations are politically useless. DOJ is slow. So why not an independent standing watchdog agency with the power to subpoena, indict, freeze assets, disqualify violators from public office? No more waiting on the honor system. The honor system doesn't work when you hire people with no honor. Number D, we make public corruption toxic again. We need cultural rejection too. No TV contracts for seditionists. No corporate sponsorships for coup enthusiasts. No invitations to political events for pardoned felons. If you plotted to overturn democracy, you shouldn't be on Fox News. You shouldn't be on Dateline, I try to kill the republic. This is our line in the sand, the final shame. This is not about left or right. This is about right and wrong. We watched a 4-year assault on law, truth, ethics, and decency. We saw crimes live streamed and in real time, and yet no one went to jail. Why? Because they were powerful. Because we were too polite. Because the system never designed to punish the powerful. It was designed to protect us from them. But we can change that. If we don't, then the next wave of crimes won't bother hiding what they're doing. They won't stage a coup. They'll legislate one. They won't threaten prosecutors. They'll be the prosecutors. And if that happens, we won't be spectators. We'll be defendants. So don't let go. Don't move on. Don't wait for the cavalry. Be the cavalry. This has been The Logical Report. I am Sergio. Keep your eyes open, your fists raised, and your receipts ready.